we are actually going to skip problem 26 on the study guide. We're starting with 27. Find the exact value of the cosine of theta over 2 if cosine of theta equals negative 3/5 and theta is in quadrant 3. Excuse me. Start by writing down your formula for cosine of theta over 2. Cosine of theta over 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine of theta all over 2. Substitute the information given. They're telling me that the cosine of theta is negative 3/5, so I have the square root of 1 minus 3/5 all over 2. I have to decide if the sign outside of the square root symbol is plus or minus. I do that by looking at what they've told me about theta. They've told me that theta is in quadrant 3. That tells me that 180 is less than theta is less than 270, less than or equal to. Since I want theta over 2, I want to know where it's located. I go through and divide each of these by 2. That tells me that 90 is less than or equal 90 is less than or equal to theta over 2 is less than or equal to 135 degrees. Here's 90. Here's 135. Theta over 2 is somewhere in here, so theta over 2 is in quadrant 2. In quadrant 2, cosine is negative. It tells me I've got to put a negative sign out here. Now, let's simplify this expression. In the numerator, I have the square root of 5 over 5 minus 3 over 5. In the denominator, I have the square root of 2. That gives me the square root of 2/5 times 1 over the square root of 2. Got to bring my negative sign along. These square roots of 2 cancel. I have negative 1 over the square root of 5. Rationalize. You get negative square root of 5 over 5. Final answer. Number 28. Use substitution to determine whether the given x value is a solution of the equation. This is like a true-false or a yes-no. They want to know, they're telling me the sign of x is negative square root of 3 over 2. Is that true if x equals negative 2 pi over 3? So this is what they're saying. Does the sign of negative 2 pi over 3 equal negative square root of 3 over 2? Look at your unit circle. Find, actually I believe it would help you if you find 2 pi over 3 so that you can easily tell that that's 120 degrees. Now you're going to do negative 120 degrees, which is going to put you down here at this point on your unit circle, because you're coming down 120. Is the sign at this point negative square root of 3 over 2? Yes, it is. So that answer is yes. You didn't have to do any work. All you had to do was look at your unit circle. 29. Similar problem, but this time they have tangent of x equals square root of 3 over 3. They want to know if that is true if x equals 7 pi over 6. So we could rewrite this. Is the tangent of 7 pi over 6 equal to the square root of 3 over 3? And put us a little question mark here, because that's all we're doing is saying, hey, is this true? Let's find 7 pi over 6 on the unit circle. Here's 7 pi over 6. Has a related angle of 30 degrees. You can either think, oh, if I put this over this, am I going to get the square root of 3 over 3? Yes, I believe I will. Or you can look at your exact value chart, find the tangent of 30 degrees is the square root of 3 over 3. In the third quadrant, tangent is positive. So, yes, this is also true.